Normally, when we use Google Form for assessment, at every assessment activity, we send a link to the student. So if you are conducting assessment in a course for a semester or a term, it means if you are planning for 10 activities, you have to generate 10 links. And to compile and collate the score of students for assessment will be very hectic. As a result of that, one link structure is developed so that on a single form, on a single link, we can have all the assessment for the entire semester or the entire term. For demonstration today, I'll be using my course, which I'm currently taking, engineering mathematics. So it comprises of these topics and subtopics: ordinary differential equation, modeling concept, numerics for ODs and PDs, OLA, and so on. Now, my plan is to have at least every week I have one classwork, which is one class activity. And in 3 weeks, every 3 weeks, I will be having one assignment. And at least I plan to have two tests in the entire semester or term. So that means every week there are activities to be done in Google Form. So how do I implement this in one link structure of Google Form? So follow me. I will open the my Google Drive. So in the Google Drive, I will open a folder. If you don't have one already, it's better you create a folder. So I have a folder here. So what I will do is I will right click here and generate a new Google form. So the plan is that the course code is EEE332, and whatever your own will be can be your title. So EE332, I want this one to use to collect the student details. So student details will now be used for further assessment form development. So I'll call it students detail registrations or student registration EEE 332 registration. So after I did this, I will now fill in the necessary portion of the form. So I have to select the department. In this course, I'm taking about 5, 6 departments. So I have to give them option to choose which department they have. So say agric engineering, agricultural engineering, and so on. So I have a sample which I've already developed. So let me show you here. So these are all the departments I give them option to select from. Also, after the label of the step of selection of department, I want them to supply their surname, first name, other name, matric number, phone number, as well as level. After they have done this, I will publish the form. Then I will also copy the link and send to student. So a sample of what I've sent to student is here. EEE 332 class registration. So that is that for the student. Now, after I've done that, I will now wait for students to submit their details. So far now, they have submitted 334 students have submitted their details. So I can open the spreadsheet here and try to copy. So I will sort it department by department. So like if I go to the filter view, I can go to the department here and select any department that I want to see. That's why I want to see only agric engineering. I will see them here. So what I needed here is to copy all the names of the student here together with their matric number. So surname, first name, other name, and their matric number. So after I copy that, it is what I will use to develop a permanent list in my final assessment form. So how do I develop the assessment form? So we have to open another Google form in my folder. So I will open another Google form in my folder. So I want to label this one EEE 332 assessment. So EEE 332 assessment. Now, having done that, so what normally we occur is that when student comes to the assessment, they want to select their department first. So just like before, we have to ask them to select their department. So, and I will make that a multiple choice as well. So once they select the department, I will list all the department here. So once they select the department, I will have all the department listed. So let me open a sample of the complete assessment for that I've made. So a sample is here. Okay. So they have listed all the department. So the student will have to pick from the department. When they pick from the department, what happens next? Once a student picks an agricultural engineering as his department, it will direct them to the next page or the next step, which will contain all the list of agric engineering students. So here I've made the agricultural engineering, select your name. So it continues like that. Similarly for chemical engineering, similarly for civil and so on, civil engineering, mechanical, and so on. So now, having done that, so that means they have selected the department. They have been directed to where they can pick their name. The advantage of this is that the teacher or the lecturer does not have or does not need to be compiling name with wrong spelling again. So once the names collected from the registration details have been populated there, then the teacher has no other problem because the name will no more change or misspelled again. So the next thing is to now list all the assessments that I want to perform. In the week 1, I want to do this as my assessment. I want to call this quiz 1. So in the second week, I put the answers and everything there. I make it a theory. So second week, I want this to be the assessment for the second week, quiz 2. Third week, I want this to be the assessment for third week. Fourth week, I want this to be. Fifth week, I want this to be. Seventh week, I want this to be. Eighth week, I want this to be, and so on. So how do I now do this? So I have to do what is called sectioning. So when a student picks here, this is the first point the student will see. So when a student picks this his or her department, it has to be directed to the section that is connected to that department. So for example here, so I have to put a section here. So a section has been put here. So it has divided the whole form into 2. So now let's see what we have to do here. We have put section 1 to select department. Section 2, we have to put the next department, which is agric. Section 3, we have to put the next department, which is chemical engineering. That means the next department is now civil engineering. Section 5 is now, sorry, we have to remove this. Delete section. So section 4 is civil engineering. So I think we should be labeling the department. Section 5 is mechanical engineering. So mechanical engineering. So section. So that means we can now go to the quiz now. So after we have sectioned all the department, the quiz will now take the next section now. Quiz 1, I want it to be my next, I want it to be, remove this one. So this one will be my quiz 1, and it's in section 6. This one will be my quiz 1 as in section 6. So I click here. So that's my quiz 1. This one will be my quiz 2 and it's in section 7. So quiz 2 in section 7 and so on. So let me open a complete one that I have performed. So we have one here. Okay. So this one has been fully sectionalized. So the next step is to now direct section to the other, one section to the other. So to do that, you go to the beginning section 1, where they select department. You now say go to section. So go to section, we now say in the go to section, once you click it, you want to say agric engineering. Once you click agric as your department, go to section of agric engineering for your details. So I think so go to section 2, which is for agric engineering. So from section 1, once you select the department, go to section 2 for your name, to pick your name. If you choose chemical engineering, go to section 3 to pick your name. Civil engineering, go to section 4 and so on. So having done that, then when we go to section 2, let's say a student picks agric as section 1 as his department, it will direct it to section 2, which is here. The student will pick his or her name. Once he picks his or her name, then what happens next? Let's see what happens. So then after the section 2, the student has picked his or her name, then he has to be directed to the appropriate quiz. What is our quiz 1? Our quiz 1 that we want for the first week is quiz 1, which is in this section 7, ODE mixing. Therefore, I have to tell the student, after picking his name, to go to section 7. I have to text, because that will be my first quiz for all the students. So go to section 7, and that will happen to all the students. All the students. Go to section 7. All the students, we have to go to section 7. Then we have to now go to the section 7 itself. In the section 7 itself, what will happen after the student attempt the quiz? So we have to tell you, so submit the form. Submit the form. That is what will happen. So that will be my activity for the first week. In the second week, I have to go directed to go to section 8, which is this. In the third week, I have to direct them to section 9, and so on till I finish my course with them. So even if I load my test here, which I have done already, during the this test 1, section 12, I have to keep directing each list of students to that section and submit the form after they finish that section. So it's now my duty to be turning on and off the form every time. It's now my duty. So with that, students will be directed. Lecturers will not be restricted. If you are away from the school or from office, you can direct them to do assignment at home, over the weekend, anytime, and it won't be stressed. Then the good thing is that the responses of the student will be compiled in a single form, and at the end of the semester or anytime you have time, you can easily collate all the scores together for ease of assessment. With this, there's no need to be sending links every time. A single link for a single course will serve for the whole semester or whatever length of period you wish.